9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar, crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Hey guys, so I'm just kind of lounging right now. I'm in my recliner, laid back. My freaking carbon monoxide alarm battery is low and it's beeping and I can't freaking reach it. So if you hear like a chirp, like a bird chirp sound, that's what that is. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I just now like noticed it right before I started my live. I'm kind of still waking up because I was sleeping and now cannot go back to sleep. And I wanted to call a late night Zigster meeting. Oh, there's Laura, guys. Everybody's been wondering about Laura. There's Laura. Love you. So happy that Fred is getting out soon. But there's Laura. That's Fred's woman. That beeping is going to annoy me. No, she hasn't had me transported to Tennessee, and this is going to be literally, there's a reason why she's in my title, and it's going to, I know I said last time it's the last time, but this time's the last time, because we're calling a late night. I've made an executive decision, okay? I couldn't sleep. I've been thinking about it, because I don't know why. It's hardwired into your electrical. Not this one. If it was an apartment complex, it may be at some places they do, but he's not a landlord like that. This is his only property. This is his childhood home, I believe. Wayne, tell us some more getting here. I just need to find a battery for it. It just started, guys, like literally just like a couple minutes ago. So that's why nothing's, like, I haven't done anything about it or told my landlord or anything. But I have a really good landlord, so it's definitely not that. He'll deal with it if I let him know. he'll want me to make sure that's working. Actually, he's kind of big about that stuff, or good about that stuff, however you want to word it. That's, Cassie, I heard about that before. I was just watching a psychic medium woman who mentions your name, Siggy. Oh, are you talking about psychic medium Sarah? Yeah, she was channeling Rose and claimed that Rose had a message for me. It was mentioning something about the dogs. Something about thanking me for taking the dog or something. I don't know. Or just mentioning the dog, or but the Stacy thing, I have not listened to that. I know you guys sent that to me. But here, let me message Luminous. That's going to really irritate me, that beeping. Trying to think what to do. How to reach it. I'm like sitting here thinking what I have to climb. My first meeting with who? Oh, okay. Yeah. Isn't he's pretty consistent. If you watch them all, he's you. That's what made me believe him, is after multiple times talking to him and kind of re-asking him things over, like in different ways, Oh, it's only 10 foot up. It's not that high. Or 11 foot. The ceilings are very high, but anyways, I couldn't sleep because I needed to do something about this. Crystal crying. Yeah, that is so weird. What is wrong with that lady? Luminous just minds her own business, for the most part. Oh, I know his accent is like, it's like cute in a way, like kind of like a Forrest Gump. I don't know if he'd really like me calling him comparing him to Forrest Gump, but I mean it in the most endearing way. So I've decided to make an executive decision. Well, first, Jodisue, F the F off. You know what that stands for, right? Stop saying I'm getting people murdered and all that weird shit, and stop with the games. But tonight I'm calling your bluff, or this morning at 3:32. I should have waited a minute for 3:33. I have decided, and this is a permanent executive decision. kind of like the president of the United States, signing. I'm making this executive decision. Usually we do things like, but this time I'm calling Jodisue's bluff, and I'm blocking Andy Bernard. Andy, it's it's just causing too many distractions, and it's nothing against him or anything. It's just, and I'm sorry, but I actually couldn't sleep. I was thinking about this. So I want to see, since she thinks that I am using Andy in a way to somehow victimize her, she can move on to something else to cry about, because he won't be in the chats anymore. I know. He's come here. Oh, thank you, Bootsy. But then we could talk about whatever else. We don't have to. That's just it. That's it. And I'm not going to go back and forth with her, because it's pointless. It doesn't get anything accomplished, and all it does is benefit her. As far as, that's the only thing I can think of. It benefits her trying to collect money for fake lawyer funds. I know, she drained the life of my battery. Jeez Louise. She's a vampire. It won't help. Yeah, well, people think that that's why she's acting like this. That's why I'm saying I'm calling her bluff. I'm also, at the same time, this is going to show people, I don't think she's going to stop. But this will actually show people, those who think it's because this Andy's in the chat. We're going to see if that's what it was. Because Andy won't be in the chat now. So we're going to see if that's what it was. I don't think so. But this is kind of a little bit of an experiment as well. I think it's Fred, and the Bill Shipley thing really got her going. Yeah, okay. So let me go do something about that battery chirping, because it is annoying. Whoa! Hold on. But it's my executive decision. And shit. I'm having some issues here. Sorry. My camera fell. I've got to do something about that chirping. That is going to be so annoying. Oh, he was just on here yesterday, Grubby Goat. He was just, Fred was live on here yesterday. He called while I was still live. I told him to call at a certain time, and I was still and I happened to still be live, so I answered it anyways because I hadn't talked to him for a couple days, so I didn't want to miss it. But I know, Misery, and I'm gonna see. This is gonna help us see if it's because of Andy. You know, maybe in the future. I'm sure in the future I'll unblock Andy, but for now, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that's just what I'm doing for now. Let me go see if I can figure out something about this beeping, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it in my hand, so hopefully you might want to turn down your volume for a second while I figure out how I'm gonna disarm this. How are we gonna disarm this? It's about to detonate. See, it's counting down. It's about to detonate. Hold on. We got a plastic fork and bomb in hand. How do you do these? Oh, there. If this keeps beeping, if you guys saw me take the battery out. Athena, you want to come up here? Okay, come on. All right. Just. Hey, Crimes Emma. Section 2, number 1. I mean, okay, second to none. Ow. You're heavy. You're not like a little Pomeranian. Oh, I wish I had a Diet Coke right now. But it's 3:40 in the morning and no way to get one. Hey, Paula. Now she is trying to sound off. Oh no, what's that mean, Cassie? Is she live? I'm serious. This is like a lot of people think everybody says it's because Andy's in the chat. Well, let's take that out of the equation. You know, if we don't have that variable, if then it can't. Come on, you're heavy. Oh, I couldn't sleep. Well, I've been sleeping, but Ew! No. Oh, use Summer's case to talk about her. I know, and she's using this situation or Andy being in the chat or whatever just to make money, trying to say, or the civil thing, saying she's taking me to court. She's using me to make money and scam people and is pissing me off. So this late night Zigster meeting is to let everybody know I've made an executive decision and I have blocked Andy Bernard from chat since she thinks I'm conspiring with him to abuse her. Well, if we don't have that variable, then I can't conspire to abuse her like she is imagining in her head. I don't think it's going to change anything. I think she's going to stay just as crazy because I think she is afraid. She's trying to distract so she hopefully has my attention so I can't put my attention elsewhere. Talking to other people in the community who have no problem talking to me. Actually, most of them reach out to me. Most of the time, I don't even have to find these people. Jodisue, so I'm not terrorizing anybody. Ouch, you're smashing my boob. Oh, castor oil. I do that. I go through weird rabbit holes like that. Stay strong, Andy. You'll be back soon. The mayor sucks. Yeah, Andy can handle it. He dealt with Jodisue for 20 years. He surely can deal with being blocked from the Zigster. At least for now. He's a strong guy, strong, patient guy. He can handle it. He'll be fine. And no, I don't know him like that, but he has to be because he dealt with her. Well, to be, I know it's not fair to Andy, but to be honest, guys, it's really kind of it's been a major distraction for me, and I don't want to get distracted. That's what she's trying to do, and him being in the chat has been a distraction, and that's just the truth. I'm sorry if you guys liked him in the chat. He goes in other people's chats. Hang out. You can hang out with him there. It's nothing. I mean, maybe it is really something against him. I don't know, but he didn't do anything wrong. I don't know. I mean, some people think he had an agenda by being here, but so maybe he did do something wrong. I don't know, but I just rather cut out that distraction. Do you think that's what it is, Scott? That she wants to, she's afraid that, do you think she wants some kind of, is it just the attention she wants? It's just, or, I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of alternatives other than she's just guilty of something. Do your reading about it. I don't believe that it has to do with, I don't think it's going to stop her. I don't think she's going to leave me alone anymore. I think she's going to be just as crazy. But we'll see. Right, Lori? I should do a reading on it. I mean, it's late night and there's not very many. I know this isn't my tarot channel. Kind of laying back. I think you'll have to move here. Why is it doing that? My gosh, my daughter making that gross noise. Trying to use that so I can see the chat better because it's further. Things about everyone, subs, creators, and guests are all wrong. I don't. That's true. That is true. She does say everybody's wrong except her. Like, that is absolutely true. Everybody's always wrong. Like, nobody, like, she never, like, says anybody, like, she never seems to encourage anybody, or, she just seems miserable. But let's see. Let's draw like 3 cards to see why Jodisue is acting this way towards me or towards us or whatever she's doing. Why is Jodisue being like this? I got the 5 of Coins, which is the card of like feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. 7 of Swords is somebody who feels backstabbed. Okay, and money. Just like I thought. This is the card of like charity. And if she comes out feeling like making people feel like bad for her, like she's being like isolated or treated bad in a way, if she can make people feel like she has been betrayed or backstabbed in a way, then she can make money off of it. It's just something that I want to see if she really feels like betrayed or backstabbed, or if this is like something mental going on, mental illness. Does she really feel like she's being backstabbed? I do see where she's using it, to get money for sure. Five of Wands in reverse. She doesn't really feel like that. It's just to try to get attention. She just wants attention. She feels abandoned and forgotten and left out in the cold and nobody's paying attention to her, blah, blah, blah. And so she makes up this fake bullshit like she's being betrayed in some way or hurt in some way. But as you can see, the Five of Wands is in reverse. Upright, it would mean conflict, like it says, but it's in reverse. So it means that she knows that nobody's like messing with her. Nobody's competing with her. Nobody's doing any of that. She just feels abandoned. Poor Jodisue. And she wants money. She's using it to get charity and attention. That's crazy. That just spelled it out straight out. She can look up what those cards mean. This deck even has the one word on it to give you an idea. See, I'm not bullshitting. Oh yeah, I looked at the screen like she was all serious. I'm gonna be. So, I've looked it up, and it's gonna cost about $200. Now, I've talked to some lawyers, and it's a slam dunk. I don't need one, but a civil suit is about $200, and then, I might need, but so I just need like maybe $300 to $500. That's so wrong. She's scamming people for using that to scam people, guys. It's such a scam, and I think it's crazy she calls people tragedy pimps. That is the biggest freaking scam overt scam and obvious. I'm not stressed. Like, it's just, I don't want to be distracted. And that's what she's doing. Like, I know how I've been around long enough. This is not my first rodeo. It feels like it, honestly. It feels like I am a newbie in comparison to a lot of people, but I've been around for 2.5 years. Right? So, and I've seen how it works. I know what she's doing. Even the tarot just showed what she's doing. Let me see what comes up when I ask if she's involved. I'll just get 3 cards of is Jodisue involved in Summerwell's disappearance? Let's see what we get. Is Jodisue involved in Summerwell's disappearance? Got the Emperor. Which is like an authority figure. Jodisue involved in Summerwell's disappearance. Oh my God, dude. The Page of Wands. It's about communication. Oh my God. Emperor and Empress. Communication right here. This Page of Wands is about communication. And there's communication between... She's working with somebody. What does this mean? This is weird. More on what this Emperor means. Her, this is all alleged. Hermit. The Empress. Being defensive. Something weird. That's weird to get the Emperor and Empress and then the Page of Wands right in between. Is there anybody else here who knows tarot? For the question, if I asked if she's involved in Summerwell's disappearance, I get the Emperor, the Page of Wands, and then the Empress. Emperor and Empress is a couple. Like, so that's showing some kind of union or team. Her being a union or a team with somebody. The Page of Wands can represent a child. Or it also is about education and action, because of the wands are about action. She was filtering, or it's like a go-between type thing. That's what it feels like. It does feel like a go-between, like she's a... That is interesting. Emperor, Page of Wands, Empress. We've got the divine couple, a team working together. And you know what's weird too? The authority, or the Emperor, can mean an authority figure. It says authority right here. Like, it can mean like law enforcement. But the fact it definitely is showing something with her being paired up with somebody, the emperor and empress. That's really weird. Makes me think distractions, like, which we know it's obvious she's doing. I kind of wonder, and I know this is weird, but I kind of wonder that about Ryan too. Me and Fred talk about that all the time because of how literally his chirp was taken like minutes after he had talked to Ryan. And well, it wasn't his chirp. That's what he was using, somebody else's, and that's when he got in trouble that time. The last time was because minutes after he had been speaking to Ryan. We both thought that was weird. But why? What's Brian? Why is he involved with the case? Ten of Swords. Why is Brian? Got the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Swords, so that's all about knowledge. And then the Chariot. Trying to find that actually it's I get that he's determined to find some kind of information. So or put it into what's the Ten of Swords mean? Into what? Or put it into what? And some kind of thinking. He got the Six of Coins too, the whole charity thing. What's the Ace of Swords mean for Orion? Nine of Wands. And then that's the Chariot. Page of Cups. It does look like he's trying to find information about Summer Wells, though, with him. That's what the cards look like with him. Well, it looked like he was really determined to get what I can't. But I got the Ten of Swords with him too, which means trying to put an end to something, to some kind of thought or some kind of putting an end to something, and then trying to. Then the Ace of Swords, finding some kind of information. But anyways, you think when a lot of people will be selling their houses? You know what's funny? You know what's not funny about that, but what's interesting about something that Kelly told me recently? Let me think. Find where the phone was that I was. Oh, here it is. She was telling me something about oh crap, I missed a voice message of hers. Okay. So it says She messaged me and said, drunk tour Brandon lives with his dad, Pete, who lives with Archie's sister on Light Hollow Road. Archie's wife doesn't like the family, I'm told, so he bought a house near town. But whoever runs the church has to have Archie's permission. I was surprised that they ran services because it looks like it can only fit 15 people in there. I thought that it might be interesting that Archie owns the creepy wooden church. I'm pretty sure that is the church camp that you mentioned because of the camper which Pete lived in. He didn't live in the house with Glinda and a few wooden buildings that look like they could fall down and an outhouse. I'm told that there is about 300 acres. Number might be wrong, but it's a big property. Brandon was dating some chick named Allie when I was there. Brandon had to go to jail and she moved out of Glinda's up the road to a dope house. Pete didn't live super healthy. I hope she's okay that I'm reading this. Well, too late now. Like, I know she's okay that I give the information, but I don't know if she was okay if people know it comes from her. It's too late now, but Pete didn't live super healthy, but was probably only 50-something. Weird that people in the neighborhood are dropping so quickly. Okay, so Pete passed away. Pete once said that he thought that a school teacher stole Summer because she was a sweet little girl and they knew that she wasn't well taken care of. So Pete had once said that Summer was a sweet little girl and that he thought a school teacher stole Summer because she was a sweet little girl that they knew she wasn't well taken care of. So Pete's the one is the owner of that church. I believe that Fred is talking about a church camp or whatever, or no, you can't have this. This is chocolate in it. Right? Well, it is weird that Fred mentioned something about hiding people out there. That's weird. That means that he must have heard some rumors about that. Because, I mean, where would he get that? I'm guessing that that's a rumor that goes around out there that the church camp out there hides people. And I'm guessing what he means by hiding people is like felons and stuff like that, if they need to hide out from the law. Actually, I know that's what he means because he told me that's what he means. Miss Chris, I don't know. I thought of Robin when they said that. Your doppelganger. That's what I'm wondering, RJ. See, you guys got to understand, Kelly doesn't know anything about the Summer Wells case. This is all new to her, so this stuff that she's saying, it's just stuff that she heard, when being around Bill. Gosh, for that short time, think of how much Summer Wells had to have come up in conversation, which is kind of strange, honestly, if you think about it. They were only together from like February to June. And I 100% believe her. So it's not that. It's not that I'm not believing her. It's that it's just weird how much he talked about her. Kelly didn't think that he talked about her a lot, but to me it sounds like it. Well, she said that they would talk about Summer Wells for like hours. So maybe she is. I need to ask her again that question if she thought that he talked about her a lot. Miss Chris, you have to sue her to shut up. Who are you talk? Are you talking to me, Karma, or Scott? I would just get a protective order against Jodisue if it came down to it. She's just trying to get. She probably is trying to garner up some kind of fake lawsuit shit to try to cash in some more on Summer Wells. I don't know, Irish. I haven't seen Killer Looks around. He used to hang out all the time. He hasn't been around anymore. Hopefully I'm not eating too loud, guys. Sorry. Killer Looks still does videos. I check him out every once in a while. I'll check it out, sending good karma. Right now I'm just chilling. Yeah, so that's why now that I want to see. This is also a little bit of an experiment. Come on. Let's see what she says, what she does now if Andy's not in the chat. Let's see if she acts just as crazy or if she moves on. So, I'm not saying I won't. I'll probably unblock Andy down the road, but for now, it's just a distraction, and we were kind of on a roll, and I think that's the whole point of all what, at least I know, Jodisue's doing. I know, saying I'm like a hit or that I'm getting people murdered and stuff. I know people's going to think it's ridiculous if I did get something like that. Come on, you can come up here, but I'm not going to, I want to show people. I'm not trying to go back and forth with her, and I'm not trying to play games with her. So she can, and I want people to see like what she's just wanting their money. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with her. I'm ignoring her after this. And if she continues her crazy fucking shit, I'll have to do something. A protective order is free. Well, actually, it's not exactly free. You have to file paperwork to make it. But as what is the reason India is coming around knowing that you support and believe Fred? Oh, ask the cards that. Well, I can't right now because they're on my lap, and that's. But I will here in a second. I have asked something like that. I was kind of confused on when I do readings on Summer Wells in any way, I'm always confused on the answer. I never feel like I get a straight answer. And I guess there's a reason for that. I feel there's some things that we're just not supposed to know at times. But who knows? Maybe we'll know all the secrets to the universe one day. Hey, Candace. Hey, Keith. Most confusing and baffling case I've seen. I don't know about that, but it probably seems like that for you because we've spent so much time on it, for us that have spent so much time on it. But there's some other crazy, just as freaking baffling cases. And I'm going to bring up Chris Wass again. That case, that case has so many weird freaking, like, paranormal shit things that happen, like, in coincidences. It's so freaking strange. I go on and on about it. Hey, Rhonda and Kathy. Hey, Lana. I want to block them. I put them on panel every night. Squall said she has threatened every neighbor on Ben Hill. Who's that, Selena? Saying that Jodisue has? It's all for money, you think, Anna? Do you think now that Jodisue is a single lady that she might have the hots for Fred? I mean, I don't know. I mean, compared to the guys out there, I can't, especially now, he'd be a hot commodity. Well, kind of. He doesn't have really a place to live or anything. But I mean, comparatively, he's a much better person than a lot of people out there, in my opinion. But Fred would never be interested in her. Like, him and Laura have been together for like 20 years anyways. He wouldn't even... What are you doing, weirdos? Oh, you failed. Athena smells some kind of cookie crumbs or something. Yeah, there's a lot of spiritual, supernatural things that happen surrounding this, the Watts case. Just weird things. I mean, that when he was being interrogated on police cam, what's the cam thing called? Anyways, and the TV was behind him. The commercial that was playing was for, oh, what's that? Was it Rocky Horror or something? I don't know what it was. It was for some, it wasn't Rocky Horror. It was for some kind of program or something, but in the background you see like oil in it and like a baby in the womb and oil splash. It's weird. And if you know how what Chris Watts did with his children's bodies, then you understand the significance of that. Oh, I'm sure I've watched it. I was so into I have the Discovery like saved on my computer. I read that whole thing, like every word. Is there even more information released in the last couple years? It works if you work it. I could tell Cassie is in recovery. More has been released. Well, then I'll have to check it out. I have noticed some new videos coming out about like Nicole Kessinger and stuff like that. So you just got out of rehab? Yes, I do, Grubby Goat. Yeah, I was always focused on her too. She pinged that morning in Frederick, which is weird. Oh, that's just that they never fucking explained. There's a few things like that happened that doesn't make sense. She changed her whole name and is like out and created a brand new life somewhere. You guys, can you stop, please? Jeez Louise. What are you doing? I think that, by the way, AB must have passed out. I believe he's, from what I've noticed from what I've seen and observed, it seems like he's kind of an early riser, early bird gets the worm. So he must have passed out last night. So maybe I'll be on his channel today sometime. He pleaded guilty, so they did not have to dig into Nicole K. Yeah, there's guys. Chris Watts is the definition of a simp, okay? Like, he was so whipped, if you know what I mean. Dude was a total simp. So much so that he killed for it. His own family, his own children. At the very least, he was involved in the plan, because I don't believe it was just him at all. she wanted to have his first baby, and she was jealous because Shanann was having his boy, he wanted a boy, and Nicole wanted to be the one to give him his first boy, and that's just my opinion. Who's AB? A Balance. He talks about the Summer Wells case. Him and Tiffany Marie were like, I don't know, what they were, buddies at one time, like real close, but not anymore. Yeah, she had to have her dad with her in the interrogation. That was weird. I mean, she was like, what? How old was she? At least 30. I chose gets wrong answer. It's catches the worm. Oh my gosh. Is that one of those Mandela effect situations where it's actually early bird catches the worm, and we've all been it's like, maybe it is early bird catches the worm, and we've just been bamboozled. Hey, Jessica. Georgia raised. No, I was talking about, I was talking about Nicole Kessinger, how old she was. I have this sinus stuff going on right now. It's like, I didn't know. I always said early bird gets the worm, I thought. Or early bird catches the worm. Early. Gosh, now I don't fucking know what I knew it as. Now I'm confused. I'm so stuffed up for some reason. I know, right? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, there are worms just near. Yeah, early bird catches the worm. Early bird gets the worm. Early bird catches the worm. Oh no. That's a little baffling. I wanted two big dogs on my side of my bed. My husband has a whole side to himself. That's what's. It's like you're still young compared to her friends' mom and dads. Oh, because you had her so young. I had my daughter kind of later, I guess. So I need to make speaking of what Nightbot just posted, I need to make an updated post here about, so people know what we have for Fred. I do believe that somebody did get him some like hygiene products. He's got his suitcases. Somebody got him a pair of sweatpants and a Sherpa lined flannel shirt, which sounds really nice. It's probably in my text too. What the somebody got him a belt. I do know that, so he has he's good on that. I think he still needs some thermals. Somebody did get him some socks and some boxers. Yeah, I heard that Lisa Kay for some reason has a problem with it. People are so wishy-washy. Or so, I don't know. They just love, some people just love to go against, like, I understand. I would understand if it was like, if it was for like pretty much anything else besides this. I mean, he's going to rehab. You know what I mean? She does have a problem with everything. Laura was actually just in chat, Rebecca. Did you not see her? She was just telling everybody thank you so much for the support. And she was just in chat. She might still be here. Google it. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Right, True Crime Junkie? Oh, about him not being involved, Anna? He's not. Well, I don't want to say I promise you, but because I don't want to let anybody, I want everybody to make their own decision. But I know he's not in my heart. And that's my opinion. I just know it, guys. There's no way he could ever be involved with something to do with a child. No way. And there's been zero rumors, like zero, about Fred and anything to do with children. White Hollow Road property was searched. What do you mean, which Light Hollow property? You mean just any of the Light Hollow properties? I think, Kat, I don't know. I mean, if it came out like Fred, I just know he's not involved, so I don't even like let my mind go there as far as like, what if he's involved and I'm helping out somebody, that did something this summer. First of all, that would make me freaking sick. That would probably like physically get ill. to be honest, but I'm not confident that I know he was not involved. Somebody got Stacey Wonder a hotel room. I heard he did a reading with Donna Serafina, and I hadn't watched it yet. Was it? Right, Lori, I agree. Except then later on, though, it gets thrown in people's faces and stuff. Later on, it's always twisted into something bad, but it is what it is. Like, there's always going to be. I've just decided, I used to let it like sway what I would do, like the opinion of others on here, but I've just learned over time, like the best, and it seems to have worked out the best for me, is when I just go with what I believe is the right thing, no matter what, even if it seems like everybody's telling me not to, or, going against it. I mean, if it's people I trust, take their advice and take it into consideration, but like always go with what I feel is the right thing. She just interviewed him, so it wasn't a reading? Okay. Maybe she did it just to get a feel for his energy, so maybe she could do a reading later. I don't like the way he's made it so much about money and is cashing in. Like that's what, and it's kind of like rubbed in Brandy's face. I just hate that Brandy has to see him like cashing in on her son's disappearance. Like that would make me so freaking physically ill if I was her. I feel so bad for her. Oh, my nose is like, oh, sinuses, I guess. And I see everything. I have batteries somewhere. That is my carbon monoxide detector. Yeah, so that's like, it's like he has nothing to lose. He knows he's gonna. That's probably true, Rebecca. I guess so. He might, right? He figures he might as well enjoy it while he can. Is that the deal? I have two. One is lifelong. One I didn't want. Yeah, Lori, I have one against. Remember, I have one against 666 that I did myself. That I e-filed, and it's super easy. I probably wouldn't even have to go into the courtroom if I didn't want to. I could probably file to appear by Zoom. Hey, buddy, East Coast. Oh, I think I know who you are. I think I've seen you. Don't you go live sometimes? You feel bad for her, too. Hey, P Island girl. Brandy says let him keep talking. Okay, good. Has she stopped? I don't know. We're going to see, but I really doubt it. But I decided to make an executive decision for those who are just now coming into chat. I have decided to block Andy from chat for now, just because of the distraction it's causing, and also Jodisue's using it as a way to cash in and try to act like she's being abused and stuff. So we're gonna nip that right in the bud, right? I mean, because she was literally collecting money, guys, trying to act like she's being abused by him being in my chat, and so now she needs to come up with something different to make her fucking money and get attention. Ridiculous. They said it's probably from dry heat to use a humidifier. Oh, I have humidifiers here. Caitlin did have a couple of them going, actually, because they look cool. They light up. Yeah. And I know people say it's not fair to Andy or whatever, but it is a distraction, And it's not going to be permanent, probably. It's just I can't focus, and I kind of feel like, is that the point of it all? Is it because they know I'm easily distracted? Is that what... I mean, that's perfect to do. I get easily distracted. We're on a mission. I mean, not that I think I'm gonna get anything done, I just don't want to go on. It's also, I just don't want to go on back and forth with Jodisue. And I think it's gross that she's making money off of Summer in that way, and her lies and her freaking whatever it is, sad fishing. It's disgusting to me. It's actually really horrible, and it's how can she call anybody a tragedy pimp? She is the biggest tragedy pimp in this community. Jodisue isn't blocked, but she doesn't have any bolt. She comes in here sometimes still, even though she likes to act like she's being stalked by me, but she comes in my chat. Okay, Jodisue, I don't think I've ever typed in your chat a day, ever. I need to find that nose spray stuff. It's killing me, dude. She's Bear, Texas somehow. Sometimes wonder if Andy's on here to try to bring you to his side to sway for. Yeah, it's not gonna. Unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. I don't believe, because it wouldn't happen unless I had some evidence, or something, some kind of something came out to show me different, like that Fred was lying. That's the only thing that's going to sway me, is actual truth. That's the only thing that can. It's not anybody being nice to me or kissing my ass. That's not going to work. But they can distract me quite easily. 1 second. I need to find some kind of... I think I have some nose spray over here. It's killing me. I think I freaking ran out of toilet paper in the middle of the night, and so we don't have toilet paper right now. So I have to go get some here. I know that's going to be all over the news lines in the morning. That makes that I feel a little bit better. Right? BC Proud. I never believed the scream. I always said I thought that scream was bull. I have never said anything differently. I never kissed her ass. I just tolerated her in my chat early on. And she used to try to distract and come on my panel. She did that shit on purpose. It honestly, like, a complete idea of what has happened to Little Summer. No, because my theory changes sometimes. Like, so I can't say I have a set theory of what I believe happened to Summer or belief, because it can change sometimes. What I really, really need to know is truly, like, the one question is that I want to know more than any is, was Andy Bernard on that road that day? That could change everything for me. DoorDash doesn't deliver this late or this. I will here, and I probably will once it's available. I believe the scream was her way to put herself into the case. Probably. I mean, Laura has always said it best, that she's just she loves attention, any kind of attention. Laura's always said that. She's always just nosy and likes attention. In Laura's opinion, she's gets around. She's, Fred doesn't. Fred is he doesn't talk like that about people, really. Laura doesn't really either, but so when she does talk bad about somebody, you take note. They deliver where you're at 24 hours. I know they did, like, when I was in Miami, when I would be in Miami and stuff, in South Beach, when my dad had a condo there. That was the good old days. Ask my pendulum about what? I hate that. I don't like pendulum and the whatever divination rods or whatever. Why do you think that's crazy, Cassie? Because it's 4:50 a.m. or something? We have a lot of people from the UK in here right now, I think. And that's nothing. Like, lately we've had over 1,000 in chat and stuff at times. We had over 1,000 in chat one day, like one morning, like this time the other day. I swear it was crazy. I was like, what the heck is happening? I said I needed to change my time slot, but actually it was more towards 5:30 though, so not quite this early. She has always been the town clown. Yeah, Selena, that is the one question I would like to ask law enforcement. If they could, just the one thing that would help so much. I don't know. I mean, Fred has everything he says just seems to line up. I know some people think like, oh, he talks people in circles, but I don't believe that. I don't know why people think that. What? You coming over here? He likes staying up there. My sleep's so messed up too. Here, I need to work on my upper arms anyway. This is like a 5-pound dumbbell. Fails to remember that some of us have deleted live streams. Said she comes to YouTube to out Tragedy Pins. Yes, it was her that was doing Facebook Live the night of June 15, 2021, right? Maybe the unfounded word was a clue. Yeah, probably to tell. Yeah, probably, because they couldn't straight out say that she was a liar. Oh, it was unfounded. That's a nice way to say you're a fucking liar, Jodisue. I know. Isn't it crazy? Bandit just lays. That's why I'm wondering if this is a Chihuahua or a Chihuahua. Oh my gosh, a Pomeranian. If this is like a characteristic of most Pomeranians, because if so, like that's the only dog I want ever, forever and ever, because it's so. He's just so awesome. Hunter is nearly 18. Can someone plead his manlyhood to tell the truth? She said that Lawson's comments were targeted. Hey, Rachel. Jodisue knows way more than she says. I think she absolutely knows what happened this summer. She stays live so she can stay ahead of it. Yep. That's what. I'm sorry, Andy, but that's what Fred thinks about Andy coming in the chat. That he wants to know what's going on and what everybody's talking about. So he can, like, kind of stay ahead of it. I don't know. How would Lawson know if she was unfounded? Well, She probably has a reputation, I'm guessing. See, another thing me and Fred talked about yesterday is once again why they chose him to wear a wire. He went to school with Nate Simpson, okay? So it started there. That's how it started. Communicating with Nate Simpson. If you guys want to know the truth, there's some undercover information. That's all I can say. Nate Simpson, I guess, is the head of a narcotics or works with the narcotics unit or something, is what Fred said, or so Nate Simpson put in a good word for Fred. That's how, or they. Once he gets out, he said there's so much more he can tell me. First thing I'm going to ask him about is the cotton story. How that all went down exactly, like step by step. And where that came from, you know? Not because I want to test him and whether he's telling the truth, but because I want to show people that he is telling the truth. Hey, Susan. Thank you so much. Only $800? Did they not have papers, though, Looky Beyond? If they have papers, they sell for more than that. Especially one like Bandit's coloring, or if you get an all white one, oh my gosh, those would go for like $2 to $3. Jodisue is definitely taken aback by Fred's wires. Yeah, she wants to act like, oh, why would they choose hit or why? Because, you know, you guys got to remember, he didn't have dealing charges before Summer Wells. I know people want to act like it's because Don's labeled him as this big meth drug dealer. That's why he's got this whole, like, people have this picture of him. He didn't have dealing charges before Summer went missing. So Jodisue's whole thing about why would they have the drug dealer wear a wire or so, you know, and then set him up on, it's like, first of all, the whole that whole thing where the person wore a wire was a year and a half after Summer went missing. So you guys should go check, see how old Nate Simpson is. See if it's possible that Fred Hill went to school with him and was buddies with him. And then that will be more confirmation that he's telling the truth. Fred seems absolutely zero concerned about being found out to be a liar, because he knows that he's not going to be found out a liar. In my opinion. Right? Exactly. If that's not attention seeking, what is, right? Even if you had the charges, they still do. What do they think? Who does she think they use for that kind of stuff? Like, she should know. They used her to freaking snitch on half the fucking town. She should know how it works. She's the biggest snitch around. At least Fred snitches for a good cause. You freaking snitch to get yourself out of trouble. You set people up for years and years and years just to save your ass. You're just mad that freaking Fred threw a wrench in your whole plan that day on June 15th and whatever the hell weird shit you're involved in or know about. You just put a whole wrench in your whole plan. You and whoever else is, in my opinion. You didn't expect Fred Hill to see you. So now you have to paint him as like some schizophrenic lunatic. Didn't help that he went to jail for dealing meth. That was irritating, but at least it got him clean, you know? Frederick. I like to call him Frederick too. Frederick. Let us know how the drug pyramid works. The top is steel all the way to the rest obey. That's right. And when law enforcement uses snitches, like, what kind of people do they think are the people they use? Like, they're criminals, all of them. Durr. Who else the fuck would they use, Jodisue? Who does she think they would use? Her? She's a fucking liar. She made up the scream. They're not going to use her. Everybody knows she's the freaking joke. Shut up. Are you serious? You've got to be kidding. It was Jodisue who contacted the news. Oh my freaking God. See, that's the thing. That's how desperate this woman is for attention. And that's why it causes confusion for me, because it makes me wonder, is she just so desperate for attention that that's why she acts so suspicious? Or is she suspicious because she freaking is involved in some way? Like, is she just like that mentally disturbed? That's how she wants to get attention, and she's that deprived or that starved for attention? Or is it that she is trying to distract and confuse because she's knows something or is involved? It has to be, it's one of those. But I just don't know which, like, or if it's like both. I mean, the fact that she was like at the end of the driveway that day, that the Wells driveway, that's weird. During the whole time, and the weird time between 3:30 and 4. Yeah, the Scream thing didn't even come out for like a few weeks. You're right, Selena. It came out and it's like, where the hell did this even come from? Jodisue. Jody Susie Q. She's worse than your 7-year-old, right? She seriously contacted the news to bring attention to the fake Scream. JC, you're a horrible person. You do understand it's a child missing, right? She's exactly the type of person that could be involved, like as Chris McDonough says, the victimology. Oh no, it'd be victimology. It'd be like, how do you say, or like, how do you, the, basically, she is like like she's the total type of person that would be involved in something to do with a child missing. I mean, with those people that was surrounding her, that Melinda who was arrested just a couple years before for, birth certificates, like faking her kid's death. I remember that story now. I remember that story. I heard that from I know I heard that from Laura, I think, actually. That short interview, yeah, Susan. I guess that she was the one that contacted the news to do that interview. Oh, I have a news story. I heard a scream. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible for somebody to lie about such a thing. And she came out with that like it was weeks after. Who has text she put up of her and Andy talking about Summer missing? There were texts. Andy said he didn't know till he got home. Yeah, he was in chat. He's been in chat lately, and he said that he didn't know that he didn't even know Summer was missing until he got home. Oh, she's seen the scream. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. She didn't hear the scream. She saw it, right? Like she saw or she heard the color red. Do you think Fred is being kept safe because he has talked? Well, He really had to have been selling drugs, though. So, because if it was all set up to try to get him, they can protect him other ways. If they really wanted to protect him, they don't have to set him up for a crime, So, but yeah, I do think of stuff. My mind thinks of things like that all the time. Right? Exactly, Selena. It's like it was almost I felt like when she came out with the scream that she was doing that to help Dawn and Candace, to make it seem like Summer was abducted, because if Summer was abducted by a stranger, maybe she would have screamed because she wouldn't know the person. But if she knew the person, she wouldn't scream. So that's what my logic and where my mind was going, is because at first Jodisue, if you guys remember, was so she really stuck up for the parents and said they wouldn't do that to Summer. They wouldn't, they wouldn't hurt their child and all this stuff. Now, then months later, she comes out and says that crazy things about them being abused and all kinds of fucking crazy shit and weird stuff. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, lady? You're a liar. Who is she going to talk about Fred talk? What about Jody? Are you this Fred talk or Fred speak that she talks of? It sounds more like her, like what she does. She said on Brooke's panel that, oh yeah, well, she wants to trade it or change it to weed. But at first, or there for a while, she was trying to say he was selling things to sedate little girls. But now she wants to change it to weed. That's why nobody believes you about or takes you seriously, Jodisue. Now go away. I blocked Andy, so now you have no reason to harass me or think that you're being abused by some kind of tag team by me and Andrew. I'm sorry, Andrew. In 15 minutes, I can order DoorDash for TP. Oh, my freaking nose is clogging up again. She did seem creeped out by him today. Right? And then she wanted everybody, and if she knew what she knew about the drugs to children, then why was she defending Dawn and Candace at the beginning, saying that they wouldn't hurt their children? And then it was absolutely ridiculous. People were blaming them and they wouldn't, you know what I mean? It's like, you are such a fake. A liar. Oh, batteries. Yes. Thank you. Kind of these 9-volt. I might have. They both worry about Fred. Trev called her crap out last week. Stop, Athena. She's now saying the Subaru was washed that night. Reason it was dull red. Oh my freaking god, dude. You know what? She comes out with new information, all this new information coming out, like all these new releases, and like she's been holding on to it for this whole time, and it's like you're just making up shit as you go along, and it's freaking so gross. You don't have new information. You don't fucking know anything. Well, you do know. I do think you have guilty knowledge. But you're just putting out fake stuff to confuse. You don't have any new relevant information that you're putting out to try to help or try to. You're just trying to confuse. Nothing that you do is in any way helpful. You are your own worst enemy. That statement is no. I have never heard more truer words than that when spoken about Jodisue. She is her own worst enemy. Oh, buddy. I know, Mama T, right? I know, that's what I believe, Alicia. That's what I thought. When I heard this scream, I knew it. The second I heard it, I knew it was bullshit. I was like that. Even the first time I heard it, I was live and it was recorded. And I even said, I said, how is that possible? How is it possible we're just hearing this now? And I remember it was like, because it was weeks later. I don't know if it was 6 weeks later, but it was like a couple weeks later. And it was a couple weeks after, or it was a little bit after it, the 15th. And she was out talking immediately on Facebook. It's just weird that she waited so long to mention this scream. She's a liar and a horrible person. And she's trying to also, she's just a leech and she's trying to make money off this case, turning around, acting like playing victim. And now she wants to try to weaponize the fact that Andy was coming in my chat as a way to try to sue me as if she's being abused. So she's trying to cash in even more. She's a leech, dude. Yeah, had her kids lie and everything. Like, who does that? Said it wasn't the Wells vehicle because she knew all the sounds to make. Right? You guys, I haven't been up there on 125, but it's quite a ways away from the 110 driveway. So I kind of wonder if she actually even could hear anybody going up the driveway. Like, I kind of think that's bullshit. But I don't know. Like, Because from the road, from Ben Hill Road, you can't even see up on 125. You can't see any houses or anything. It's like way back there. And then 110, like you can't even see 110 driveway from 125. Yes, she's collected money, Grubby Goat, to file civil charges against me. So that's why I'm saying this is a formal, this executive order by the Zigster. I have blocked Andy Bernard from this channel. So she can't use that as a way to freaking weaponize me and or weaponize it and try to also use it as an excuse to make money and sit there and you know, sad fish. No. Taking in legal fees and stuff, money for she literally took in money to act like she's going to file a lawsuit against me. People gave her money for that. And she knows damn well she's not going to file anything. Ow! Stop! God. No, she did. People said that she showed her cash apps that she took in. And that she had a $50 super chat, too. So there's proof about... Oh my gosh. Sammy, you have no idea. This is crazy. Biggest grifter I've ever fucking seen. Biggest tragedy pimp I've ever fucking seen in my life. It's horrible. She'd be like one of those gypsy women over in that my friend told me about. She grew up in Romania, and she said the gypsies there, they would cut their children's own arms off to use it for sympathy to get money from people. They would hurt their own children to act like they needed medical care for their child to get money off people. That's something Jodisue would do. I know she's making me come to Tennessee is what she says. Yeah, that she has to bring me down there. And she says the only way to do that is that she has to file a civil case against me. It's like, are you fucking dumb? Everything's done. Like, I can file to appear by Zoom. Like, everything's done, like, electronically nowadays, digitally, technologically. You're not going to summons me down to Tennessee. You're just using that as a way because you want, because she was acting like, oh, we've got to get her down to Tennessee so that if we get her down here, then we can get her also for some charges so they can arrest her and she can be held accountable. It's like, you're not going to be the one that gets to come up with these magical charges that are going to come up because she says, I'm the leader, I'm the biggest, I'm the worst one of them all that's caused the most damage and in this case, and, you know, and that I need to be held accountable and there's other people that need to be, get their retribution. And it's like, who the fuck are these people, for one? Are you talking about Bill Shipley? Yeah, I can't listen to that bullshit. It's so stupid. It is actually a threat. And then she's saying there's a hit, trying to say things like there's a hit out on me. To me, that sounds like a threat. Basically, it's like, shut up or else. You know what I mean? That's what it means. Shut up or else. By saying, oh, or I'm going to get, she's trying to pull the sympathy thing because she knows I'm a caring person, and she's trying to act like she's going to cry and act like I'm putting, so she knows that I'm a very empathetic person and I think of others. So what she's doing is she's trying to act like I'm putting other people's lives in danger. That way I'll feel bad and I'll shut up. Well, that didn't work, so she had to change it that there's a hit out on me, or that then it was, Fred, now there's a hit out on Fred. Now, then there's a hit out on me. She kept upping the ante. She's just trying new things, whatever will stick. So it's weird to me that she's going to try to claim the victim here. Stop, you're squashing your brother. Gosh, as heavy as she is on me, I can't imagine how heavy. No, it's not 2 days. Stop. Please stop. There is no consistent talk of Jodisue fucking here. The only talk that you keep saying stuff like that. You sound like, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to hide you because you've said stuff like this multiple times, and it sounds like you're freaking fangirling for Jodisue, and it's annoying as fuck. I'm sorry. So I just hid you. I'm sorry, but you were really getting on my nerves. We do not talk about Jodisue here normally like this. If you haven't noticed, she keeps tagging me in her fucking titles and saying that I'm getting people killed. That's harassment of me. Durr. Not the other way around. Get a clue, lady. I'm seriously thinking about getting a protective order against this lunatic. You guys can see how little I give a fuck about talking about her. I don't need to talk about her. Why? She's nothing to the case. Like, literally. She might have some guilty knowledge, but all she's doing is causing distraction. We can't trust her for anything because she's lied so fucking much. So what value is she of to me or to this case? 0. She's 0 value to me. Because she doesn't, she's lied so much. I can't, I don't give a fuck if I don't need to talk about her. I will not be talking about her after this. This was my last, like I said last time, it was going to be last time was going to be my last announcement, but last time mentioning her, but then I was laying in bed and I couldn't sleep. Well, I did fall asleep for a few hours, but then I woke up and I was thinking about everything. And I just have been thinking about the Andy thing. And I've just decided, it's just been so distracting anyways. We don't usually, lately we have been talking about Summer Wells like every day over here, but we don't always talk about Summer Wells here. Like that's not all we do. We have lately because, and I think it's kind of also what's irritated Jodisue is because of this stuff, some of these locals that are coming out and talking about their experiences with some other locals. Hey, Jillian. She is trying to run a game. She's a freaking criminal. Can I buy toilet paper at McDonald's? I'm going to go back to bed. I just, here in a second, after I'm going to get something for me and Caitlin to eat, and then I'm going to go back to bed. So I'll be on here for at least another hour probably because we're going to be waiting on my food. I need toilet paper though. I don't want to go anywhere. I know Caitlin's going to be hungry. No breakfast sauce. That stuff is disgusting. Caitlin likes that. We'll get her that. Oh, you're good, Jim. I'm going to talk. I'll tell you. You can rewind if you want. It's just all I was talking about is my executive decision was I was going to block. Andy is blocked from the channel for the time being so that Jodisue's Q does not have any more excuses to try to act like she's, to harass me with. Acting like I'm abusing her. Freaking ridiculous. Okay. Jody snooze fast. Exactly. Like, she thinks that we need to talk about her over here. I mean, people, we don't. So today, you're absolutely wrong. I don't constantly talk about her. She's just trying so hard to get my attention. She's the one that comes in my chat. Can't miss. Sit here and streams my every live lately. It's ridiculous. She's obsessive. Love that sound chime. Oh, thanks. I got that from Crazy Mom. She goes by Crazy Mom. She got that for me. It has a little poem or saying on it, and it's in remembrance of Jim. So, yeah. No, it's not just because of that cotton candy. It's a distraction, too. It's not just because of that. It was very distracting. It was kind of weird, honestly. He can hang out over in Justin's or somebody else's. I'll unblock him eventually. He didn't do anything wrong. It's distracting, and it's weird that Jodisue's. It's kind of like, is this some kind of tag team effort? What the fuck is going on? Like, why is she acting like this is some kind of abuse? Like, here, I'll just take care of that problem because it's distracting anyways. Said what about Fields Road? Yeah, like Andy can hang out in other channel chats. She can go sit there and take up civil suits with every fucking creator whose chat he's in. I just want to see what else she comes up with now. I'm going to ignore her, though. I swear to God, guys, I'm not doing this with her. It's pointless. Right, Bam Bam? I'm not. This is it. I swear, I'm not. I don't like that shit. She's not the only person that has done that, tried to get into a back and forth so that she could just have something to fucking talk about. And then she's trying to cash in on top of that and have a lawsuit against me. You know what I mean? Like, no, we're not playing that, Jodisue. I'll fucking get a protective order against you. So you can't, and I won't even fucking talk about you at all. So maybe, Jillian, I do need to look in that church. That's a good idea, actually. See? And that's the whole, all this stuff, all it does is distract us from doing stuff like looking into that church. Like, if we're distracted with Jodisue's like bullshit and confusion, then we won't look into things like that. We won't talk to people who know Bill Shipley and, other locals. Yeah, she's getting her legal advice from Benny, right? Sounds about right. It's 2:39 there. Oh, you must be on the West Coast. Fritz and Andy went to Fields Road on the 15th. Yep. I kind of wonder, Alicia. Because I heard something in, was it No, Cursed with Curiosity? Is that her channel name? Cursed with Curiosity? She did have a good theory with all that about Andy showing up. How Jodisue used to do the same thing, and it would help. People would get more uncomfortable and not mention her because she would be in the chat, and it's kind of similar to what she said Andy's doing, but it does make me wonder sometimes, like, if they are working together, because And if it's all like some kind of distraction and them supposedly being apart, I don't know. I know it's crazy talk, but like it's weird how she'll defend him sometimes, you know? Like, what is really going on? Hey, John. Tell them the situation. They will guide you into. Yeah, bam, bam. I will get a protective order before I let her sit here and make money off of some fake BS. I want people to see how I'm serious about not having a back and forth with her. So serious that I will get a protective order if she keeps up with this murder shit, me, hitman, and that's weird and taking it too far. If you knew such a thing, Jodisue, who are these people you're surrounding yourself with? Who's the orange man? I don't know if Deception Detective would or not. He usually, he stays with crimes, I think, and doesn't really get involved in the drama stuff. I need to use more of this nose spray, and I don't want to do it on camera. I wish you guys could see what I see right now. It's hilarious. Bandit was tugging, like trying to pull Athena by her sweatshirt. Record her videos. We heard she put some on private. Yep, you know too much to know so little. Yep, right, Jillian? Exactly. So people will stop saying that you're in on it, whether or not people would. She doesn't have any grounds for a civil lawsuit. I know. I know she doesn't. I know she doesn't. It's ridiculous. And that's why I called her bluff and freaking blocked Andy. I'm not playing their games or whatever they're. I don't know. I don't know. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just her. She hounded the old guy who bought land near Ben Hill and Stockton hounded him. Yeah. She took in money, Pink Phoenix. Literally. She took in money. She took in super chats and cash apps. She showed them. She was serious. She took in freaking people gave her money to file a civil suit against me. How much you want to bet she doesn't fucking do it? What? She said if she doesn't have enough with the money she got, she'll wait. She'll do it the 21st when she gets paid. So she knows everybody's going to forget in 3 weeks from now because so much is going to happen between now and the 21st of next month. And she knows how if you miss one day here on YouTube, you miss a year. And she knows everybody's going to forget by the 21st. Yes, she did. She did take in money. I don't know exactly how much. Somebody told me that she got $200. I do know she got a $50 super chat. Somebody said. It does sound like an Andrew Hilt scam. Or it sounds similar to that situation. I don't know who scammed in that situation, who that was exactly, but I don't know too much about it, but it does sound similar. I know, right, Jenny? Yeah, she had a carton of cigarettes. She got more than 200? Right? Scott, so she's just counting on everybody forgetting by the 21st. That's what she's going to say. She's going to say she didn't have enough to file now and that she's going to do it on payday. And then, I'm going to be moved on talking about something else. And she'll just move on to something else, to some other type of freaking sad fishing and claiming that somebody else is abusing her. Oh man, the sinus stuff, it was crazy. You guys think a humidifier would actually help? This is an old house. Somebody said also get it checked for mold. That kind of, I have wondered about that. Would mold do that? Ugh, I've never felt like this before. It is an old house, so I've noticed it gets dusty really a lot, so that's probably it too. It gets dusty easy, Oh, it was funny. Somebody wrote in Jodisue's chat, or Sheba did actually. And I can say this because she did it under her name. She said, oh, it's okay. I'm sure Ziggy's community will help pay her legal fees if need be. Which I don't need any legal fees. I'm not going to need any legal fees at all. I won't need a lawyer. Even if she did file a lawsuit, I wouldn't even need a lawyer for it. Seriously. It's so ridiculous. She has zero proof of anything like that. It's funny how she acts like she has a slam dunk case and that she's talked to her lawyer friends. Oh, now she'll move on to PG? Probably. Dry heat. I'm going to try that, guys. Because this is miserable. Yeah, I thought when I went live with that title, when I said, I thought she was saying I was really going to Tennessee. I was confused what was going on. I didn't watch it. I came on to tell everybody, no, I'm not fucking going to Tennessee. And then when I listened to it while I was live, I'm like, what the hell? Is she is she smoking crack? Or has she been up too many days on a meth binge? Because, this is extreme, Oh, do they have mold test? Okay. $10. Okay. Marry a lawyer. Right? the door. Makes herself look so ridiculous. Hard to watch someone embarrass themselves. I know, Yvonne. It was funny because you were like, wasn't it you, Yvonne, that was like cracking up? That was like saying you were dying laughing because it was so ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It is. And it's going to be even more ridiculous because she'll probably continue on and I'm going to fucking ignore her. Just like I did every other fucking person that's tried to use, getting a back and forth with me to try to make money. I don't do that shit. Go do that shit with Benny Keys or Tiffany Marie. Like, I don't fucking do that shit. I don't have to lie to kick it. I just chill. Right? Right, Selena? She would be grateful, right? But no, you remember when she used to act like so, be like, oh, well, in case I die, I need to make sure my kids are, and she would say weird things like act like she was going to die. It's all sad fishing stuff. It's all to make people feel bad. It's, and she just, and so now she can't say that I'm supporting a DV, somebody, an abuser. So she can't use that against me. So next, Jodisue. She would rather smother her own disabled baby with a pillow than raise them. Yeah. Yeah, sounds like a great lady. No, it's not the DoorDash. A negative Nancy. She is. She never smiles. She never has fun. Die from everything but she's a walking miracle. I tell you, a walking miracle. I mean, just look at all those scars. I mean, even that picture, full front center. We can't ignore it. It's right. We get it, Jodisue. We get it. You're a victim. You're a victim. You've had horrible, horrible life. We get it. We get it. I didn't get a McFlurry. He said, would you like something else? Like, I don't have a McFlurry. He's like the McFlurry not working. Would you like a vanilla shake with Oreo bits? I'm like, I didn't get any ice cream. That's funny. She's abusing kids by not taking care of her health. Yeah. They don't have any peace because they have to worry about if today is the day she dies. Her son asked her to stop smoking. Yeah, she needs to. Speaking of man, she needs to find a man to just maybe to distract her, get her. She needs to find a hobby or something. I heard she was on for over 9 hours straight. Like, how long was her live yesterday? Does anybody? I guess I could look, but I don't even care to look. Seriously, that's how little I care. But last I heard, she was on for over 9 hours. Was the last number. So at least over 9 hours obsessing over something that is not even happening. Oh, she has been on dates? How? What? How has she been on any dates? Like, when? What's 8:45:55? Oh, is that how long her live was? 8:45. Oh, wow. Okay, so it wasn't quite over 9 hours. Okay. I sit corrected. So nearly 9 hours. Wow. Oh my gosh, he should do that. But Justin's too nice. I don't think he'll do Jodisue. He won't do anyone unless they're like well, I told him he was gonna do me, but because I told him to. I think it's funny when people impersonate me. When it's all done and not in a very mean way, you know what I mean? But when people just make fun of how I know I have certain things I say a lot or my tics like everybody has. News break. Jodisue changed the sheet curtain and sat the rest of the day out jabberjawing for 6 days a week. Good use of your time, Jodisue. Go volunteer somewhere, you victim. Yeah. It's crazy that she can talk about anybody being a tragedy pimp, guys. Like, that is the most hypocritical thing I've ever heard. Am I right or am I right? Like, can I get an amen? I know I'd be an easy one. I know. Hallelujah. I am an easy one. That's why I'm an easy target. Because people it's more well, but it doesn't bother me, honestly. I think it's funny. Some when they're actually funny and not done to just be straight mean and same sheet, different day. Why sure you can't even Always projecting. Well, I think he got a wig. He asked me, like, he's like, what color is your hair? I'm like, well, I guess dark blonde, like, or light brown. I mean, it's kind of like an in-between or a weird color because went through a phase where I was doing weird colors there for a while, and then I got tired of that because I was tired of staying in my bathroom tub and also was tired of hair color all over my neck. But you were the only one close to the circle of finding the truth. You think? A secret. I would be an easy one. I already know because I could think of. I say like all the time, playing with my hair because it's a nervous thing. All right. I say a lot. I look around a lot. Yes, Justin, and you're going to be mad because I'm probably going to be getting off here in like 10 minutes when the food gets here. That would be a good thing. Off 1729. She should bring DV counselors on her panel to start DV healing for herself and others. I think that's a really good idea. There's Sheba, Mom. I swear I just ordered maybe I could turn off the camera. I don't know. I am going to go back to bed because I've been up since like 3. McDonald's. That's the only options. I really wanted a Diet Coke. That was the main reason. Hey, Margaret. Aurora. Yes, everything's good. We were just having a... Oh my God, that was funny, Yvonne. We just had a meeting, a Zigster meeting, and I had to make an executive decision because Jodisue has weaponized Andy being in my chat as a way to try to act like she has a civil lawsuit against me and to start collecting money. I guess has collected well over $200 to file a lawsuit against me. She's saying I'm like using Andy as a way to weaponize her. So I have made an executive decision. Andy is now blocked from my chat, and that's... You guys do what she can move on to the next person that she's going to sue because he's in their chat. So I want to see if it's also going to be a social experiment to see if she quits targeting me or if she continues, because some people think, oh, well, she's just doing that because Andy's in your chat. Well, let's see. What's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs case? I don't know. All I know about that case is what I've seen you say. The little bit that I watched you on that case. That's all I know about it. That's literally everything I've seen on it is when I was in your when I watched you the other day. Ronnie Lawson is going to go to Indiana X-Ray Ziggy. Yeah, it's weird. She's like, Jodisue's like, oh, and we're going to bring her down to Tennessee, you know, because when I heard she was saying I'm going to Tennessee, like people were asking, like saying, are you going to Tennessee? Jodisue's trying to act like you're going to Tennessee. And I'm like, what? So when I went live saying, I was like literally like saying, no, I'm not going to Tennessee. I had no idea she was saying that she's going to bring me down to Tennessee by means through civil lawsuit. Excuse me? And then she said she's going to bring me down there to also, so that also others can get their, others that I have victimized can get their, retribution or something, or some kind of, it's like in that, so I can be held accountable for my crimes. So you're not the law. That's what the law is for. That's what they do. They file charges, not you, you weirdo. Yeah, I'm reporting everybody on my freaking YouTube. Exactly, 5150. You're going to be on the Wild West posters in Hawkins County, wanted dead or alive. Oh my God, stop. It's already starting to creep me out a little bit. Can you stand up and sit back down? You crack me up because I have a pair of the kind of jeans. They're really cute standing up. A bitch to get up and down in. What? I think that went over my head. I know, that's why I'm saying November 8th, and that's why I'm like, that's why I'm doing this. That way she can't use it as a way to weaponize it against me. All right, let me grab my food real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm right here. I have to get these things out real quick. Stop. You're going to annoy the crap out of me. I hope to God this is really a Diet Coke. Ow! Get off my foot! Your paw hurts. It's seen as heavy. What the hell? Go away. Oh my God. I must be psychic or something. I literally knew that was going to be regular Coke. I said, I hope to God this is a Diet Coke. And guess what? It's a regular Coke. I knew something was telling me it wasn't going to be a Diet Coke. Freaking knew it. No. This is not for you guys. Sorry. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'll try to, if you're wanting me to stay live, I'll try to do this. I hate when people eat when they're live. And the dogs are going to annoy the crap out of me, and I'm mad that that's a regular Coke. Something was telling me it was a freaking regular Coke. Water? Ew, no. Yeah, weirdo. I'm just kidding. I've never heard that, though. Add water. Yeah, you'll have to get dog barking in the background. Justin's gonna get a little yapper of his own. Stop. If you don't stop, I'm not gonna give you any of it. Oh, I know, Jillian. But seriously, he would need it. That would be, I mean, that's what happens here pretty much every single time. You're going to hear the dogs barking, so. Caramel cappuccino. Those are pretty good. Stop. Here, I'll give you some of my bagel. Your McDonald's sucks. Taco Bell sucks. It's always wrong. This is weird eating while I'm live. But Justin's forcing me. Why isn't Justin, why don't you come up here and just take over for like 20 minutes? And then I could eat and then ignore you about what, Sheba? I was talking to you earlier. A big dog? No. Who is that enhanced person? Watch, Justin's gonna go ghost now. Oh my gosh. Seriously, my daughter just burped like so loud. So gross. There you go, Justin. Mm-hmm. I've already been live for almost 3 hours. Anyways. Who's that, Sammy? I'll scroll back and see if I... Are you guys talking about Crystal? Why? That situation was so weird. How with Crystal and Jodisue. Crystal used to be so anti Jodisue. And now it's like they're like on some kind of team. Oh, that enhanced person? Does she pay? Does she give or pay? Does she donate a lot to Jodisue? She's probably an older lady. You know, probably a domestic violence survivor. Who's Crystal? It's that Chris Sims, the one that's trying to get the interview with Bill Shipley. Didn't you see that? The second I had Kelly on my panel, Chris Sims tags Bill on Facebook saying that she would love to have him on her panel and tell his side of the story. But he was in jail, so. Oh my gosh, I would bet anything. Sheba. Oh my gosh, I hate when they sit here and whine. Like I've sat here and gave them some. Yeah. It was making me uncomfortable, to be honest. And I know he was trying to be nice and respectful, but it doesn't make sense. Why now is what I don't understand. He said it's because he's tired of his name being slandered, but I don't know. Did he lose his job or something? Why is he in chat so much? Here. You guys can have this because... Stop it. I better tear off a piece for Bandit because Athena's going to hog it. Oh. There. All right. I'm good. Turn the camera back on. I think. Oh, thank you, Turtle Gang. Thank you so much. Free Ziggy. Yeah. Jodisue thinks she's that important that she can press charges on me. She can, people can, I don't mean that. I mean, she thinks that she's the law and that she can be that she's the district attorney and then she's the one that files the charge. She can file charges on me, basically. And she's the district attorney and she just, what she says goes and, ugh, I hate regular Coke. And I knew, I don't know, it must be that the color must have been off. Regular Coke must be lighter or something. That must be why I noticed it just from looking. You're fine. She keeps receipts like that? Oh, wait. Do you mean, what do you mean her? Oh, did she have a garbage bag of receipts on me? Is that what she said? I'm sitting here thinking that you're talking about an actual garbage bag that she keeps all her receipts, like everything she buys. I could so see that. I could so see her being a hoarder, like, and collecting things like that. I might need that someday. I might need that receipt someday for that pack of cigarettes. Oh no, D presents. Have you been making videos lately? Call and complain, maybe we'll get you another one. I don't want to do that. See, when you get something, that's the problem. What I can do is tell DoorDash and they'll give me a refund for the couple dollars or whatever, or they'll give me credits. I could do that if I wanted to, but they won't send out another one. I'd have to make another order. That's what sucks with like those DoorDash and stuff like that. If you get your order wrong, it's the best you can get is a refund. Shut up, Skeeler. Are you serious? She did not take a garbage bag. A garbage bag of receipts? Is that for real? I know. That'd be awesome, Justin. I think it is. I think it's going to happen this year for both of them. You think that church camp, Jillian? I want to look into that more. That's funny, Skilo. In Canada, we call it trailer trash. We call that trailer trash here in America too. Bam bam. So. True, Marlena, that's true. I wish Jodisue would find her a man. That might help the situation a little bit. And maybe distract her from being like distract some of the time. That way she's like, at least she's only like, it's kind of like we only have her part-time crazy. You know, she's kind of on the job. Just part-time. Stop, Athena. No, you're not having this. That's you. Mm. I know, right? Someone take one for the team for real, though. Which church, Jillian? Which church were they looking into? The SDA church? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, sometimes I go back and forth with that one. I'm curious about this other like church camp that Fred mentioned. That's over there at Light Hollow Road. Athena, you're fine. Go ask your owner. That camp looks creepy, right? Please don't put that on another man. Yeah, I know, right? That's a lot to ask. That is a lot to ask of somebody. They would deserve a lot of money. Yeah, we'd probably have to come up with a pretty decent amount of money to convince somebody to take on that one. She's just miserable. I mean, the negative energy that comes off of her. Right, baby girl? Bandit's your fave. No, Yvonne. Shh. Oh, shit. Athena heard that? Oh, I'm sorry, Athena. I'm sorry. I didn't say it. She did. Athena's really special, too. You know, she has the blue eyes that I look at and they remind me. Well, her one eye only has a little bit of blue in it, but the other one's bright blue, and it's the same color as Summer Wells' eyes. Just reminds me of Summer Wells' eyes in one of her pictures. Athena, stop. She's so needy. Her and Bandit always wanted my attention. Oh, I'm sure, Yvonne. She's probably, oh, God. To me, I think she would be maybe the type to be, I could see Jodisue being what is that? I mean, like where she's a master, where she had a slave and stuff. Right, Pammy? Hey, everybody dates online nowadays. Yeah, thank you so much, Turtle Gang. You would be needy too if you survived Ben Hill Road. True. I know, right? I know. Boner killer. Well, see, and that's there. He can hang out in other people's chats. I just feel I feel like I can more free it's not just because trust me, I'm not going to make a decision just solely based on because of Jodisue. But I do think it does piss me off that she's collecting money for, from people. She's scamming people when she knows she's not going to file any civil suit. She knows it's all bullshit. She's sitting here making up, playing victim, acting like I'm weaponizing Andy against her. Go play that shit with somebody else. She was sitting there saying like, "Oh, we're gonna start with Ziggy. She's the worst one of them all." Saying like I'm the worst one that's terrorized the locals the most. I don't like. You get more bees with honey. I don't terrorize. I don't attack. I relate to people. I think off 729 in that situation, in that one instance, I think Dawn was talking about my daughter. Because there was a period where my daughter was living with my mother. So I think, and I had talked when I'm talking about how I say I don't attack people, I relate. That's why I told Don my story. I was trying to relate to him. So I told him about how my daughter lived with my mother for some time. And I believe when he said that about what would you do, if the daughter you just got back, I think he was talking about me. And I trust and believe I would never make an excuse for Don Wells. That's the one time I can give him. I can tell you that comment, he was talking about me. But there's still a million other very sus things with him, Jinkies was saying, "Come up, Andy. I want Jodisue to take me to court." Me too. I get silly when I'm tired too. She's going to want pup support. That is her grandpup, right? Dominatrix. There you go. In the session I'm about to drop for Jodisue, she seems to have good spirits around her, a family member, but it seems the dark surrounds her. Scary. I'm telling you, I think she's into evil stuff. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, Andy said she's an atheist, which that doesn't mean she's evil. That's two different things. That's not at all what I'm saying. So don't take offense. Just because somebody's atheist doesn't mean that they're evil. That's not what I'm saying. I am just saying that's what Andy says, is that she claims she's atheist. But I think it's something more than that. That's only my opinion, though. Ow. Don't you hate how their little paws like dig into your freaking leg? That she was essay when she was very little. Oh, you mean Candace in the chat? She was 6 in 1986. In 1992, at the age of 12, she was in foster care. Warren Hare was charged for incest in 1994. That was weird. Did you hear that vehicle? You probably have to. Hold on. Hey, Caitlin. Hold on. It was a vehicle going by. That is true, baby girl. He's scheduled for Voices Beyond the Wall this evening. Who is? Cher or Dawn is? Shut up. Nuh-uh. No. Oh, Andy. I thought you were saying Dawn. I was like, oh my gosh. See? There. Andy can talk over there. And why doesn't Jodisue attack Cher? Say that Cher's weaponizing Andy. Like, please. You know what I mean? Check your 7. What's my 7? Is that some kind of saying? Check your 7. Not sure what that means. Is she live again? No, she's not live, I don't think. Good. But this is it. That's what I was gonna say. 6, I was like, I think I know what that means. Yeah, I'll let other people he can. There's other people live all the time, and he's making his rounds, and he can hang out in other chats. Like, this probably just is not the chat for him. I mean, I'm sorry, and I know some of you guys like talking to him and stuff, but he's in everybody else's chats, and I know you guys go there too, so you guys can ask him questions in the other chats, you know? So it honestly doesn't really make sense to say that the reason why Jodisue was after me was because of Andy, because he's been in everybody else's chats too, right? So it wouldn't make sense really. I think so too, Sammy. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking I needed to do it. And I know he said, oh, you just have to ask me to leave. And I don't want to do that. That's uncomfortable. I'm just going to block. And this is why. Justin. see, she's wanting a back and forth with me, and that's why I'm not going to give it to her. That's why I'm not going to give it to her. I'm going to freaking ignore her ass after this. I got rid of Andy. Now she should just leave it alone, right? I did hear something like that, electronic medium, but I don't know. He said that he didn't do that he didn't ask for money. I don't know. Hold on one second. He was chatting to Jinkies a lot. Didn't see him going in Jinkies. He's up to something. He thought in the beginning no creator could catch up. He thought Justin was going to continue your conversation that one day, and he even asked to go to Justin. At first, we could even locate him in the big. I know, right? It was everybody wanted to talk to Andy, right? But he wouldn't talk. So it doesn't make sense. That's why it doesn't make sense. It's so weird. And he said he was tired of his name being slandered, and I get that, but I do also understand part of it was like he had a protective order on him and he couldn't. He was being safe about it too. So that's another thing, because Jodisue wanted to, and she really played that up too and played the victim. I mean, she was the victim in that, and he agreed to, or he admitted to being abusive, so, which is not okay. But she talked about it nonstop on YouTube, her story and stuff, which she's allowed to, but he stayed quiet and didn't bother her at all. So it's just weird now. I don't know. Bam, bam. It's involved in the. Yeah, it's kind of weird for me it'd be one thing if I wasn't, I mean, at this point, I'm friends with Fred and Laura. You know what I mean? 2.5 years later, after I first talked to him, or over 2 years, maybe not 2.5. Over 2 years now. I mean, now we're friends, we've talked a lot. We're not just, they haven't just helped me with information, it's been so much more than that. So it's kind of weird for me to have Andy in the chat, because it directly goes, he basically is saying Fred's a liar without saying he's a liar. I mean, I know Andy is respectful and stuff, but it's a tough situation for me to be in. She said the other day that her little wasn't even Andy's. Oh my gosh. See, she's just trying to upset him and just. I know, but it's weird. She's so protective of him, and the fact that when they broke up was right after Summer went missing, after they were together for 20 years. It makes you wonder, is it all, and then he got married right after, was it all like fake? I mean, I know that's crazy to say like it could be fake, but I don't think so, because Jodisue's like crazy. I mean, she's so crazy that there's no way that crazy is fake. Remove her from the hill because she didn't want to leave. Ted Bundy was respectful. Yeah, he was. He did come off really friendly, didn't he? No pun intended. Hey, Nicolina. She must have she's had better than Andy. I know, Justin. It's like we have to choose one or the other. One of them is lying, either that or very confused. I'd say lying. I'd say one of them has to be lying. I don't even want to use the excuse confused, because no, not at this point. After how many times I've asked. And how sure Fred and Laura have been, So yeah, one of them has to be lying. I don't believe there could be a mix-up. I wonder, Lip Lock, if they're working together. You know what I mean? It's just so weird. Yanni was bragging her channel was took down. Good to see. Whose channel was taken down, Penny? Nicolina's channel wasn't taken down, was it? No, it wasn't. Yes, Laura was just in here, Yvonne, earlier today. Oh, you just hid your content for now? Right, Sammy? Yeah, Yanni's not the most honest person. Sorry. I'm not trying to get her crazy ass attention, but because, like, currently she's been off my tail, but Yanni is not honest. She lies. She just makes shit up. I know that for a fact. She's one of those who will she's vindictive. And if she gets upset with you, she will say whatever comes to her mind. Tiffany Marie's like that too. Tiffany Marie's horrible. What was it she said recently? Like, okay, so she said the one thing about me having bed bugs. That was one time that she just threw out there a complete lie. recently there was something else that she said that was like so crazy. Oh, that I broke my own window, my own car window. Oh my gosh, it's magic. It's a freaking magic trick. Wow. Wow. Are led by their emotions. They say horrible things about people not think. I know. And I'm impulsive myself, but holy crap. Like, I mean, not impulsive like a 5-year-old. Holy crap. That's what happens when you're enabled your whole life and never take responsibility for your actions. You constantly like have to make excuses and lie for everything. Oh yeah, because of Crystal's post. Oh yeah, Crystal's a great source of information. There's another genius. Don't forget to get you a babysitter for my daughter. For what? My daughter's like will be 16 soon. She doesn't need babysitter. My daughter wouldn't be, I mean, she's never away from me long enough to No, Scott has cammed up before. Everybody, there's some of us know what Scott looks like. Cray Crystal, yeah. Cray Crystal. I know, RJ, that's crazy. She does do that. I mean, duh. It's called being what is it? When you're late to the party, it's called being fashionably late. It's fashionably late. Duh. It's Tiffany Marie. Tiffany Marie. She fancy, huh? Whatever late. Was moved from the property. From which property, baby girl? He must have fell asleep last night because I emailed him and said, "Are we gonna do this?" I think he always has his early lives, so probably today sometime, I guess. I already went to sleep. Oh, I thought this was Nicolina saying this. Why did I think your guys' pictures are similar? Um, yeah, I know, RJ. No, I did go to sleep earlier for a little bit, but I'm about to go back to sleep here in a second. for a few more hours. He told me he said just tell me what time, but it was my fault because I waited too long, I think. It's okay. I'll go live with him today. That's going to annoy Tiffany Marie too. She's going to love that. Is that carrot thing real? Yeah. I believe the carrot thing is actually real, isn't it? Well, it did come from Benny Key, so actually, I don't know if I'm being fair. I do know that she has sent nudes to many creators. I know of at least 3. I think there's 4. It's so sad that she's that insecure with herself that she wants to I don't know, that's sad. With your body folded in half. Penny Lane. Her comment, bet Tiffers gets horny at Christmas, all the snowmen in front gardens tempting carrots on nose. That's funny. All right, guys. Yeah. So, no more talking about Jodisue for me. I mean, I'm not saying anybody can't say her name in the chat. I'm not going to be like a channel like Nazi or anything. I'm just, yeah. I'm just done. I'm not going back and forth with her. She's not going to sit here and scam money out of people and use me as a tool to do it. And she's not going to use me as a tool to scam people out of money for fake lawyer funds too. So, nice try. You can't use Andy in my chat as a way to try to sue me. Yes, onwards and upwards. So, all right, guys. I will talk to y'all later.
Round me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon. Ta-ta.
Stardust, left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one. We are all one. We are all one. We are all. Pick me up, that moonshine.